Hey all, and welcome back to the HSE playthrough of the wonderful 101. It's time to finish off Operation 002 with a pretty neat boss fight. Now, I believe we were sent here to tackle something to do with a parasitic intelligence siphoner, or whatever the hell it was called, but I think we may have something bigger to deal with than that, so just keep that in the forefront of your mind.
Roger. Yeah, certainly one way to describe it, but obviously yes, at the end of every single operation there is a boss fight, and this one can go one of two ways. It can either go well and be a lot of fun, or it can be a bit of a nightmare.
The wonderful 101!
How did it go for you, Tom?
I got the consolation prize. So a nightmare, just in case you were wondering. I gotta tell you, I'm still having trouble getting higher than the bronze on Orochi.
The best way to explain really probably what you need to do is you need to be either using Unite Hand more for sort of building up combo points, but also switching your Unite Morphs more depending on what you're doing. So basically using sword for a moment and then going to hand and then flipping back, because that's going to increase the multiplier, which then gives you more points. The frustrating thing with this particular bit of the fight is that, yeah, this thing has the ability to send out a force field that is going to prevent you from using any Unite Morphs. Also, the laser beams will hurt and will very quickly knock out a whole bunch of your wonderful ones. So, yeah, you want to try and get rid of this thing as quickly as possible, but it's easier said than done.
Well, you said it knocks out the ability to use any Unite Morphs. I think it's just the colour that it's currently flashing.
Oh. I mean, it might be the case. I've just always found that it just prevents me from doing anything, but then, because all of my memories of this fight come from what's about to come.
Yeah, I totally understand, mate.
The Valiantium blade claims another victim, and not a scratch on the tower. Well, maybe.
What? Do not tell me that is all you've got. Where is the bada boom? Oh, you are plenty of the bada boom for me, ma chérie.
So,
do we have a Wonder HR person?
I feel like we very much do need this, because, let me remind you all, Green is 14. He should not be making these kinds of references, because, yeah, he is not old enough to be making these kinds of references. Although, not that it makes it any better, Wonder Pink is meant to be only 18.
Okay.
It's not quite as a horrific an age gap, but equally, it is still not appropriate.
Gatai!
Gagujin has had an upgrade.
Very cool. Equipped with Cough Food Assault Landing Ship.
Oh, it's ridiculous. That poor tower. It's about to go through so much worse.
Blue kind of did tempt fate here, because you've got a little bit of an escort mission, more a protection mission here, because if this tower falls, you fail.
Exactly, and it is what makes this fight harder than it probably should be. There is a way to make life slightly better, which you will most likely see me implement throughout the fight. Making excellent use of Unite Guts will be a godsend for you.
Let's do it, baby.
So I do love that we just get to experience this every time. I do believe actually it's the only... So the Unlimited Form cutscenes are the only scenes in the entire game that you cannot skip. Everything else you can skip if you want to, but this particular one, no. The tower has a health bar, and yeah, if it goes to 0, you're screwed. The way to try and prevent it from taking damage is to Unite Guts the hand when it's going to come in for a smash. Obviously, if you manage to get your timing brilliant, then you can do a great little manoeuvre and get him to sort of hurt his hand, and all's lovely and fine. When he gets the flaming glory, then you shoot it, it explodes, all wonderful. But the other thing with using Unite Guts, if you don't get the timing quite right, but it's good enough that you've been able to stop the main force of the blow, then even if you will still get damaged, the tower won't get damaged. So that could be something that is really useful. The other thing that you can do, that the game I don't think necessarily does tell you, is that you are able to heal bits of the tower from damage if you use your Wonderliner to circle the areas where damage has taken place.
It may come up in like a conversation. I didn't notice it myself. I also did not heal any of the tower, so my first go was a failure. Then I just barely made it on like my third try.
Whenever you get the chance, if you can see them, definitely do use that Wonderliner to do the healing technique, because it will give you better chances of surviving through to the end of the boss fight, because while it doesn't heal much, it does sort of do just enough that it will make your life less painful.
Oh, it's added up.
In the long term. And it adds up when there's more and more bits of damage on the tower.
2?
Yep. This is one of the sequences where things can get quite hectic. Also, this is a moment where you're going to get, or well, sometimes would get, a little character portrait at the side of the screen to be able to do something, but I think things sort of ended up overtaking and going a little bit differently, so it didn't allow me to have that moment. But if I recall correctly, you get your whip out and you're able to grab on to one of the fighter pilots and do a fun manoeuvre.
I do like how this is so different compared to the first time we fought him.
So actually, pretty much all of the boss fights are so vastly different in how they look and work and feel, and it really does make a difference in terms of making all of them memorable. Like, I would say there is not... Oh, here we go. So, we can jump onto it, and, yay! Fun times!
Kablamzo!
And thankfully it means he's not attacking the tower for a moment at least.
So this is something you can do a wonder jump onto. There is an ability using Unite Whip where you can stand in a particular place and get picked up, I believe.
Yes, there is, and it is a lot of fun to witness. Hopefully we may get to see it before the end of the fight. Oh, here it is. It doesn't actually matter, I think, where you stand, as long as, Whip is out when that thing is sort of trying to fire at you and the pink ship's on its way.
Well, I think the target being there means you should probably stand in it, but who am I to say anything? I didn't accomplish any of this.
Thankfully, we are constantly replenished with additional soldiers, so that we're able to try and put the hurt on. Yep, that didn't go quite to plan, but it's all okay, because thankfully I have enough health on this thing to not be in pain.
I will say, when it comes to Wonder Green, I occasionally end up firing in like the wrong direction because I can't tell which end the super scope is on.
That is fair. The other thing that doesn't help is that the Super Scope is slow but powerful, which makes sense. I mean, it's how you would expect the thing to work, but obviously, when you're wanting to move quickly, it can be a challenge. Such a dick move, because he goes and he faints, and it's so easy to slightly screw things up. But now that he's without a hand, I got a bit confused here. I was just like, wait, what am I supposed to do? I thought I was meant to use whip to pick it up, but no, what you're meant to do is use your Wonderliner to encircle the whole thing, and that's how you pick it up.
I didn't really understand that either.
It's been too long since I'd sort of witnessed that, and I think because I know how it looks after you've done it, it was a case of going, why isn't this working? That was why. It's all fine. We're nearly there.
I think you're doing perfectly fine on this fight, mate. The stuff that I had a lot of trouble with was the bombardment attack, you know, when he fires out the blue missiles. That right there.
Well, it's because really the only way that you deal with that is by dodging.
Yeah, I assumed you could counter it in some fashion, but you can't.
No, and obviously that's what makes this a frustrating sequence, because yeah, you can dodge out of the way, the tower can't. So the tower is always going to be getting damaged at some point. So it's a case of trying to make sure that it survives. Also, that did give me a moment of just going, oh, my butt is clenched, because the circle wasn't properly a circle.
Yeah.
And I nearly ran out of time.
Here we go, baby. But that was enough people, Rich.
Hey, I had an opportunity to use up all of the people that I had available to me. I was going to take it. Punish. Very Bayonetta coded.
Absolutely. God, this game can be fucking cool when it wants to be.
The thing that I will most definitely highlight is that Wonderful 101 has what I would say is probably my favourite final boss fight and sort of end game of all time. Nothing has come close. I suspect nothing ever will come close. It's just so insane, and it makes me so ridiculously happy.
I look forward to it, mate. I know the gist of it, but I haven't actually watched any footage of it.
It's phenomenal. There's two sequences of the final operation that I would say are more difficult than they need to be. It's very easy to accidentally die on them by taking too much damage, and it does. There was no need for you to take as much damage as you do in those particular sequences. Also, this is the Unite Whip, where you can get the Sylvia, seeing if you fail it 10 times. But no, not doing that. I am being a badass doing this properly.
It's real gamer hours. Unleash the ultimate gamer move.
So ridiculous.
Oh, this game is fucking Looney Tunes.
It really is at times. I love it. I love it so much.
Nicely handled, mate. That was not an easy boss at points, but I think you handled it as best you could there, for the most part.
It was an adequate dealing with that boss fight.
In love. Allow me to be your plaything. When I said toy, I meant destroy. Ah, mercy, madame.
He's gonna die.
I mean, to be fair, he probably should do.
Oh my god, Richard. See, with me, it was kind of like a proclamation. With you, it was a command.
But now is not the time to rest on your laurels. We've got a lot of data to comb through if we're going to predict where they'll strike next. Back to the ship and remain on high alert.
Roger. Wonderful 100. Let's head home.
Roger.
Another tower of sorts saved. Is this going to be a running theme?
I suspect it probably will be.
You sunk my giant.
Gold. I think that's pretty accurate.
Indeedy so. That, folks, was Operation 002 of the wonderful 101. Please join us next week, when, obviously, it's time for 003. Bye for now.